Farewell.
You set out for Stalwart. The White March rises up in the distance, stretching to the north and south as far as the eye can see. It beckons to you with peaks like broken fingers. The road thins to a tattered ribbon, and the shadow of the mountains falls across your path. You've barely begun your climb when the darkening sky pummels you with hailstones and turns the ground beneath you to ice. You press on. The air grows thin, and the treacherous mountain passes funnel screeching winds past your ears. A blizzard forces you to make camp for 3 days, huddling for safety while snow piles around your refuge. At last the weather clears, and you approach Stalwart under a crisp blue sky. There's a noise, high and sharp, coming from the village that sounds at first like another frozen gale. But when you top the rise and reach the village's wooden gates, you see what lies beyond them.
It's Darzyr, with a whole pack of them!
We can take these bastards! I'm ready.
Look out! More of them by the fishery!
Stunzenek Bostenago Bat!
course.
I'm ready. Stand together! Stand together!
Need to try something else.
Der Met auf Solia. Ready. Settle.
Darthir's fallen! Back to the matron, now!
Katie's house is burning!
Of course.
Help! The hut's coming down! You did it! You saved them both!
They've destroyed the stockade, Mother! It's...
Enough. They're gone. Ah, the champion of Defiance Bay. Must have been a long journey. Well, I'm sure you wagered on a more civilized welcome. Still, we're much obliged for your capable intervention. Then perhaps you can help us find something. Stalwart isn't much more than a grease stain on a map. What roads we've got in the White March are basically tracks in the snow. And for every trader or adventurer that comes through, 3 of our own leave for good. But it weren't always so. There was a time when kings and queens sent their firstborn to these mountains, when the White March was the envy of empires. The Pargrin dwarves transformed the White March once. We could bring some of that greatness back to Stalwart. But we need the White Forge. Of course, been over 200 years since anyone's felt so much as a summery breeze near it. I'm hoping you can do something about that. I'm not asking you to work the White Forge. I want you to find it. We've been trying to breach Durgan's battery for over a year now. Problem is, the other expeditions can't so much as dent the front door. That's the long and short of it. We're laborers and fisherfolk, not adventurers. But Durgan's steel could put Stalwart on the map again, open up the mines, bring in new business. We just need the White Forge. The battery's up the mountain to the north, a good hike away.
Near Galvino's place, huh?
So it is, though I was going to suggest dealing with that ogre camp before anything. Mestre Galvino, as the old crosspatch prefers it, lives by himself and keeps the wilder and beasts at bay through sheer foulness of his temper.
She means to say he's a skilled smith and animancer, who's lived in the shadow of Durgan's battery for over a decade.
And he butters his bread on both sides and fits his left shoe before his right. But that's neither here nor there.
Not doing much worse than any of us.
Huh. He wore out his welcome in Stalwart. He's better off with ogres and Lagufoth as his neighbors now.
Ain't nobody here fond of the man, but he's a clever hand and a quick study. It's a fool who thinks he stayed so close to the battery without figuring something about it.
You said as much to the last party, and we haven't seen hide nor hair of him since. Maybe they didn't run afoul of Baragon's ogres after all. Just watch your step. Galvino's place is a ways east of the battery, and folk who pass it bring unsettling tales. Belongs to Flames That Whisper, Matron Baragon's clan. Hunters tell me they've been active of late.
Hunting elk and otherwise minding their own damn business.
Minding their own business. Never mind the latest expedition's disappearance or the broken stockade.
I'm saying we shouldn't agitate them further.
One less matron would make our walls safer. What's left of them, anyway. Also, Baragons like to have whatever the last expedition found. Rumor has it they disappeared near her turf.
Killing a matron will only make our problems worse. The way to approach Baragon is with your hands held high.
If anyone could parley with an ogre, I suppose it'd be you. But they aren't known for their patience with prattle. Good. Before you leave town, stop by the Grave's Rest. Most visitors to Stalwart spend some time there, so Hafric and his patrons may be able to give you the lay of the land. What's on your mind?
Looking everywhere for you.
These frontier towns always look the same. Half built and half falling apart in equal measure.
Don't see the harm. Building's thirsty work. Figured you'd be out of here in a flash after the fighting died down. Most people don't stick around after they figure out the ogres are making regular visits. I would have helped fight them monsters off, you know, if I didn't think I'd just get in the way. And with you there to handle things, everything turned out well enough, didn't it? Don't see why Havric's still sour at me. Oh, Havric's the innkeeper over at the Grave's Rest. I may have been hiding in the inn when the fighting started. The raid didn't improve his disposition any. Did you know he has a whole case of Fenlin liquor in there? I keep offering to buy it off him, but he says he's saving it up for when the battery's open again. As if we're gonna last that long. Anyhow, he said he'd thrash me up and down the mountain if I didn't leave him be. That's what Havric said, actually. Look, I'm not proud of it, but I'm no warrior. What am I gonna do? Throw a net on them? It's delusional is what it is. Point of fact, what with you dealing with ogres and everything, maybe you'd, you know, be willing to help me out. Havric keeps all the good stock in the inn cellar. Out of sight, you see. I mean, it's bound to be under lock and key, but I'm sure he wouldn't miss a single bottle. Not with everything that's going on. Shh, all right, keep it down. I didn't mean anything by it. But if you happen to come across some, then maybe you could share?
About time! It was so cold out there, I was thinking about shaving myself just so I could make a coat!
Owena! Go check on that Orlin. Make sure he don't steal nothing. Never seen such a bloodbath. Feels like we got half the town's survivors in here, just drinking to forget it.
She bade him come down from his palace in the sky. Her love could not be swayed, so she took
But you must be looking for some refreshment, too, after the way you handle them ogres. Or perhaps a room. Say the word, and I'll give that shifty little Orlin the boot.
Sleep in her bosom.
Showed up a few days ago, sticks his nose out of the back room just long enough to empty his chamber pot. Up to no good, I tell you. I'd like nothing more than to see him gone, but I don't want to ruckus over it. I'd appreciate it. And I suppose I don't need to remind you that I don't want you to hurt him. I'm sure you can find a more discreet way of handling the problem. Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you? Top quality bear pelts on every bed. You won't be disappointed.
Excuse me, was there something you need?
Not to be rude, but I'm rather busy. Can't you get another room? What? Oh no. No. Is she there? Did you see her? I was a slave in Raid Ceres. I ran away, made it here. The mountains are usually the best place to lose slavers, but Divala's one of the best. I just want to get out of here. I've scraped together enough money to reach New Haelmar. But the locals talk about a Raid Saren party, camped west of town. It's got to be Divala. She's been after me since the foothills. I'll pay you if you can get rid of her. I don't care how. Thank you. But be careful. She wouldn't have come alone.
Something I can do for you?
The sea beheld her love, shining bright from on high.
Ooh, still can't feel my fingers. Thought I'd found shelter when I stumbled across this little village. Guessing you did too, huh? As much blood as there was in the streets, I'm lucky the ale's still flowing.
Not this way, so she took
Thought all the whispers about Durgan's battery were just village superstition. And maybe they are. But I might have been on my guard if I'd listened. I was part of an expedition, hunting for relics from Durgan's battery. We picked up a good haul, too. So it figures that's when the winds pick up and the sky starts dumping snow. We lost sight of the road. Meanwhile, something else found us. Took Liam out before we even realized we were surrounded. And then we see him coming out of the snow. These little four-armed wilder. Lagufoth, they're called. Quick little bastards. Francesca and I held them off as long as we could, but when they filled her full of darts, I turned tail and ran. Found my way here and thanked my luck for escaping the Lagufoth. Then come to find out that this town's got an ogre problem. That's a kind sentiment. I'll mourn them when I get home. But I've got to retrieve our haul if I'm to have any hope of that. I need to get those artifacts. Not that I'm in any shape to go after them myself. But I can't afford to return to Defiance Bay without something to show for my expedition. But you've got your own expedition to the Battery, don't you? While you're out there, maybe you could look for my goods. Whatever's left of them. I'll give you a cut for anything you bring back, of course. I ain't asking for charity. I just can't afford to go home empty-handed. Like I said, we were treasure hunting near Durgan's Battery when we were ambushed. What else do you want to know? Who? No, that would have been somebody else. We didn't meet with Renengild, or anyone else in town for that matter. We were operating on our own.
Look there! You're awful. Hope that helps. There you go.
I'll stay out of sight. Quiet. Slow and silent.
Ready, Watcher.
Please tell me you found it. I've got a craving like you wouldn't believe. Wait, really? You did it! Oh, thank you! This is going to be great! And here's the money I promised. To the Lady of Cadnua. Oh, that's, gods, that's a bit strange. Here, have... What? No, it just tastes awful. Oh, I think I'm gonna be sick. Did you see that? See? I think my tongue is going numb. Wait. I can't feel my face. What's happening? I think I bit my... But I can't feel a thing. This has to be Havrick's doing. He must have put something in the bottle. Please, you have to help me. Sweet gods, I hope so. Please, I'll give you the money I saved up. I'll give you more. Please, just help me.
Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you? So that little bastard finally got up the nerve to snatch it, did he? Well, serves him right. Maybe he'll think twice about stealing a man's vintage now that he's dribbling all over himself. Yeah, I bet he's bawling. Look, I dabble in chemicals, but it's never something I can't fix. He's only a few ingredients from a cure. You want to help him out, all you need is a river reed in the heart of an ice troll. You ought to find both by water. That creek out west, for instance. As you like. I still say Rayfall's lucky anyone gives a shit about him.
Before I knew it, the Stelgar was on top of me, and I was face down in the dirt.
Arrow to the throat. That stops him.
What? No! I was spirit shifted, and she was in heat, so I aimed for the throat, but not with an arrow.
I always assumed Glonfathens preferred traditional weaponry. Yet you seem uneasy with the bow.
Oh, I was a great shot when I had two eyes. I'm much worse now. It's hard for me to judge distances.
Well, you have the luxury of being able to catch dinner without the need of a bow.
Exactly. Why aren't more women complimenting me on that?
Dead on! I'm ready.
Come on. Palagina, hang in there.
All right, then.
I'm here. Here. I'm ready.
course.
Arthur were than raw!
Well now, this is testing my
Get a good shot with this.
Here's a lesson.
Stand together!
I'll give if the invasion doesn't wake up. Oh, easy, huh?
Good shot with this. Can't get a good shot with this.
Got the priest.
Of course. Hey. Of course. Leave it to me! Ugh, my head is spinning. Leave it to me!
Dead on.
All right, then.
Boys.
Will do.
shot like this. Can't get a good shot like this.
Absolutely.
All right, then.
I'll stay out of sight.
Not sure how I feel about this. It's not that I don't want to carry more. Not sure how I feel about this.
I'll take a look.
Something?
I can't move! Someone pick me up!
Hold your ground!
Ready, Watcher.
And this gash here is from when I woke up with a wolf pack trying to eat me.
There. Mauled by a bear 7 years ago.
Oh yeah, look here. And here. Once the bull had me properly hooked on its horns, things got worse. Something?
After him, he's not.
Absolutely.
Let me try again.
You're not getting through me. Of course. Hey. All right, then. Not getting through me.
Hold your ground!
Hey.
Dead on!
Of course.
The Ashes box comes around.
Of course.
Don't fear for me, Watcher. I may be large, but walking the coals has made me light on my feet.
Can't get a good shot with this.
Dead on.
Dunzenet kostenago bats!
Ready, Watcher.
I'm here.
Breathe.
Kinda stuck over here. Not getting through me. Of course.
Interesting.
Did you think to escape me by climbing a mountain? I would have tracked you across the sea, thief.
Please, Master, have mercy. I kept the grimoire hidden safely away, and I can take you to it.
The book is nothing. If you had studied a little longer, you might have learned that. But no apprentice of mine will steal from me and live.
Wait, no!
wakes up. Daddle!
Course.
Don't see many on these roads, and the few we do are hunters, woodcutters, or smugglers. And here I was thinking we'd found the last pleasant company on the road. I'm after him, all right. He's going to answer for his crimes in Raid Ceres, and one way or another, you're going to stay out of my way. Didn't tell you that part, did he? First off, he chose his indentureship. Had to make up for some bad luck at cards, I hear. More importantly, he murdered his master's son, 13-year-old boy. Killed him as he fled. You want to help me bring him to justice? Run on back and tell him you dealt with us. When he ducks out of town, we'll be waiting. His master's paying well for his return, and I'll see that you're given a fair cut. His master sees it differently. Shame we couldn't do business.
I'm here.
Leave it to me!
Course.
Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you? Still say a little hardship ought to put some sense into that man. But if you're set on giving him a hand, so be it. Give that here. There. Get him to down that and he'll be right as rain. And you can tell him he owes you one. I would have let him stew for at least a year or so.
Any progress with Devala? And I thought you were going to get rid of Devala, not sell me out to her. What she said is true. I had a gambling problem when I was younger. I've paid 7 years of my life for it. I won't pay any more. As for the boy, I didn't want to hurt him, but he saw me as I was sneaking out of the stockade. I wish it had gone differently, but I'd do it again. Anything to keep from getting sent back to that place. Oh, thank the gods. Every last one of them. I never thought I'd see this day. And thank you most of all. Here, take this. And tell Hafric that he can keep the rest of the week's fee. I'm off.
Got rid of that little fella, eh? Take this with my thanks. Didn't need his trouble around here. Anyway, what brings you back?
Ever tried Vulture?
You have to help me. Ugh, I can't stay like this.
Lily? Oh, Anta bless you. Give it here, please.
We don't have those in Nazi talk.
Your loss. They can eat anything, so their
Ugh,
stomach juices are
frothy.
sour and tangy, like
Hey,
ripe fruit.
You did it! I can feel again! Oh, thank you. You're a saint among kith. And I owe you one, I know it. I would have ended up a leper. Averick never did have any sense of proportion. Hey, here. Now that my hands are working again, I've been stitching this together for a while. Least I can give you, really. And now I'm going to stand here and breathe for a little while.
My loss indeed.